In the legal world, there is a combination of forces that feed a corrupt and suffocating legal system for attorneys. Law schools, law professionals, judges, and even the firms themselves for whom you work create a system, a matrix, if you will, that is nothing like what you thought when you passed the bar exam. The purpose of this podcast is to help you escape this legal matrix, leading you out of the proverbial desert to be free of the bondage of the matrix. Hosted by Bryce D. Nyer, attorney at law with over 30 years experience in the trenches of civil and criminal litigation at the state, federal, and international levels. He's a highly accomplished and resourceful legal professional, a true master of his craft, and he's here to help you get your life back. Here's your host, Bryce D. Nyer.
Hello. It's Bryce D. Nyer coming at you from Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of Fort Bragg. Woo! It's another episode of Escape the Legal Matrix, and attorneys what? Running away from what? Bondage. Yeah. Running away from, well, not running, but forging and warring with the legal matrix. Yes, it's what we do here. So listen, we have a great topic tonight. I like it. I think you'll like it too. And I hope you're doing well. So I want you to kick back, sit back, relax, get ready to listen. We're going to talk about, ready? Yes. This Nation of Stupidity. The Nation of Stupidity. Yeah, I know. What? Stupidity? Why are we going to talk about that? Because it's important, especially for those of you trying to escape the legal matrix. Yeah. So here's the thing. I got some good news and I got some bad news. Well, the bad news is we're all stupid. Yeah, we are. We're all stupid. The good news is that you actually can cure stupid. You can. Some people think you can't, but you can. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, especially as it relates to escaping from the legal matrix and this thing we call the legal profession, which again, I call the legal matrix, and all the pitfalls, the sedations, the plagues that come with the legal matrix, so that you don't live your life in stupidity. And so let's go through some examples of kind of what stupidity is. I mean, we all look at other people and go, "Man, you're stupid," and that can mean many things. We're gonna have fun with this episode tonight. We really are, because you know what? There's so many examples in the world of people being stupid, of stupidity, of the people, of agencies, leaders. I mean, just being stupid. I mean, for example, I can give you so many. Oh my God, I'm going to laugh all night on this. I mean, think about it. For example, in today's world, we talk about security and this big issue today about, security at our southern border. It's been that way for decades. And yet, our great leadership using the legal system, the legal matrix, allows all these people just to flow on in here and we don't even know who they are. We don't even know who they are. Why y'all clapping? That's not funny. Listen, that is not funny. Yeah. Okay, whatever. So, that's an example of stupidity. So basically what happens is our leadership, they craft laws or they don't enforce them, or they come up with some new executive order to do what? To allow people to illegally enter the country. Now, how stupid is that? We don't know who these people are. We've got this big thing of drug cartels coming in, probably terrorists. Already caught some coming through here. And it's a prime example of being stupid. Or we talk about money, being stupid with money. Again, look at our federal government, 40 trillion in debt. I don't even know what it is. There's like this daily calculator. You can't spend more than you earn. If the federal government were a private business, they would fire the leadership for being what? For being stupid about money and fiscal policy. And if I were a board of directors, or on a board of directors, and the CEO was running the company into the ground, I would fire he or she. Get rid of them. You can't. I mean, what's the use of owning a business and being an entrepreneur if you're going to be stupid and you're going to run it into bankruptcy? And that happens too. Or let's talk about relationships, dating, marrying, whatever. If you say or do something stupid to the one that you're supposed to love or be in deep like with, and they fire you as a boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse or fiance or whatever your relationship is, it's because you were stupid. These are just some of the examples of being stupid in life. And in the legal profession, see, law schools teach you how to think like a lawyer. And I'm not convinced that thinking like a lawyer, okay, is like being the brightest bulb in the batch at all. Because getting into law school is all academic. Now, when we talk about being stupid and being academic, you can be gifted academically, or you can take prep courses like the LSAT prep course to bolster up your score. And that'll probably get you into law school. Most people are going to get into most law schools. You may not get into Harvard, Yale, but really in today's world, who wants to go there? So, you can subsidize your lack of smartness to where you're not so stupid in taking the LSAT, and you'll get in. And the bar exam is clearly an academic test over a 2 or 3 day period, depending upon which jurisdiction you're taking the bar exam. And you can take the bar prep course for thousands of dollars, and you'll probably do well. But then comes the big test. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's always the big test, the real one. When you go out into this world, this legal matrix, that's right. You're going out into the world, this legal matrix. And what? You're in combat, you're in collision, you're in war against everybody else that's in your world. They went to law school too, or lawyers. Seasoned lawyers, new lawyers, old lawyers, young lawyers, female lawyers, male lawyers, unicorn lawyers, lawyers everywhere. 1.3 million active lawyers in this country. And you're going to battle with a few of them. Maybe a lot of them. Maybe not any of them. Who knows? But the thing about it is, you can't be stupid for too long when you're out in the legal matrix. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're working as an associate for a law firm with partners, they're going to expect you to bring home the cash, baby. Bring in the cash. Mr. Green. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. And if you're that stupid and you can't close a client and bring in the cash, and you can't show your value and do the work, they're going to fire you. They're going to kick your arse right out there on the street. And you're going to be in the unemployment line somewhere on the street. Same thing, state and federal government. You screw something up that badly, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say about the government. They let a bunch of morons and stupid people in those positions, and they stay there and get the equivalent of tenure or whatever they want to call it, and they're still there. They ought to be fired. If it were a for-profit organization, a lot of them would be fired, including the ones at the top. But in this legal matrix, in this legal profession, in this legal way of life, you can't afford to be stupid for too long, because it's ultimately going to cost you a career. It could cost you a law license. It could cost your bosses their careers, their law license. And when they start to lose money, they stand up and they pay attention to who? To you. Why? Because you're being stupid. And they're going to cure that stupidity one of two ways. You're going to have remedial training if they feel like taking the time and feel you're valuable, or they're going to fire you because they don't want to waste any more time on what? Your stupidity. So one of the key things that you have to think about as a law student, as these new lawyers coming out into this thing called the legal matrix, is, how can I not be stupid? Well, one, you're going to make mistakes. That's called growing pains. You may not have the experience, and you're going to make mistakes. That doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you're inexperienced. That's what it means. But for those that have been in the game for a while and they're still stupid, okay, that's just kind of like herpes. It's just not going away. It seems to stay with them forever. And in this legal profession, in this legal matrix, you are going to meet stupid people. You're going to meet stupid lawyers. You're going to meet stupid clients. You're going to meet stupid judges. Because stupidity, it's like a contagion. It's like a pandemic. And you'll be able to recognize stupidity unless you're stupid too. And then you can't recognize stupidity because you're stupid yourself. But then you got to learn how to grapple with it. How do you deal with a stupid lawyer? How do you deal with a stupid client? How do you handle a stupid judge that doesn't know what the hell they're doing? It's a very difficult thing, especially if it's a judge. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some super smart intellectual judges in this country at the federal and state level. I mean, superb. I met some. They're just great. And they're the kind of people, the kind of men and women you want to be on the bench because they get it and they have common sense. And that's a key thing that seems to be lacking these days, is common sense. But you're going to find in this war against the legal matrix that some people are like kamikaze stupid. And they will be willing to sacrifice themselves. But here's the problem. They're going to take you down with them in the sacrifice. You don't want to let them do that. So you have to be alert. You have to be awake. You have to be on your game to be able to spot the stupidity, to know how to deal with the stupidity, to know how to war with it, and have the skill sets. That's what you have to do. And that's one of the reasons why, I'm building Legal Warrior, where we're forming Legal Warrior, building out this curriculum for law students and lawyers, no matter what age, so that you can open, own, operate, and lead your law firms in truth, but also lead it being smart. Don't lead it in stupidity. It's kind of like when people, when they talk about Jesus. Jesus just turned the other cheek. He's talking about insults. And I remember one time when I was in California at this litigation academy, which was excellent because it was, well run, and it was Christian based, and it was, about fighting the ACLU. But anyway, one of the key things that stuck with me forever is when people, talk about, going out and being a disciple among nations and all this other stuff. They said, hey, look, man, when you do, don't be stupid for Jesus. I laughed. I was just, I've never forgotten that. That was back in, 2006? A long time ago. And I remember that statement, and it's true. And you shouldn't be stupid for the law. You shouldn't be stupid for yourself. And you're going to have to be equipped to deal with stupidity, because some of the people that are stupid that you're going to deal with in the legal matrix, they're not going to know they're stupid because they don't want to know they're stupid, because they've been living in stupid so long that they think stupid is normal, and stupid is not normal. It's not normal. And for them, there may not be a cure. Big Pharma may not come to their rescue at all, and there's no vaccine to take for their stupidity. They've got the terminal case of stupidity, and they're just not going to change. But you have to change, and you have to rise up, and you have to be smarter, and you have to have more strategy in your game, and you have to know how to deal with them so you can work around them. Now, you're going to collide with them, and sometimes you're going to need collision, but sometimes you need to do a work around them so you don't waste your energy and your balance and all these other domains of body, being, balance, business, and fulfillment that gets wasted and depleted because of their stupidity. So, that's a lot we've talked about, but it's a great subject, great topic. I'm so excited about this topic. I can't tell you. This is just, I really love this topic. I really, really do. Because every day for all these years, I have dealt with some great lawyers. I've dealt with some great judges. And let me tell you, I dealt with some really stupid ones too. And there was a saying in the Army, one aw shit wipes out 100 attaboys, which translates into one really stupid mistake can wipe out everything you've ever accomplished. Well, that's the same thing in the legal profession, i.e. the legal matrix. One stupid person could come along, or one stupid mistake you make, one stupid error in judgment to wipe out everything that you've accomplished in your whole life. And it's not hard to do if you're not alert and you're not awake to the pitfalls and the plagues of the legal matrix. And you're probably saying, well, gee, Bryce, have you ever done something stupid? Yeah, and it wasn't just one time. I've done many stupid things in my life. And when I look back on it, I shudder, even today. Even stuff I did as a teenager, I'm like, man, how could I have been so stupid? How does that happen? How could I make such a bad choice? How could I make such a poor error in judgment? How does that happen? And I'll tell you how it happens. Because you let temptation, sin, and your own personal pursuits take you over, and it clouds your judgment. You get lost in this fog of the war. And then the stupid cloud, the stupid fog comes in, and you can't see your way out of it until you finally awaken and you're alert to what you're fighting. And then the fog will begin to clear, the clouds will begin to part, and you'll be like, ooh, I really have been stupid. It's time to smarten up. And that's the key thing, is being able to recognize it. It's kind of like when people go to, Alcoholics Anonymous, and they're like, first thing you got to do is admit you have a problem. And most alcoholics, they do have a problem. They don't think they have a problem. They're like, I don't have a problem. I could open as many drinks as I want with the bottle opener. I don't have a problem. I'm just joking. But you've got to realize when you're being stupid. You must be alert that you're being dumb and you're being stupid. You may be saying stupid things, doing stupid things, having stupid thoughts. And if you let it propel, your stupid actions are going to have really stupid results, because you're going to be the stupid tree, and the stupid tree bears stupid fruit. So your stupid labor results in a planting of a stupid tree. You're nourishing the stupid tree, and the fruit that you're consuming or falling off it is stupid fruit. And that's what happens. And so you've got to be mindful and be alert of that. I mean, in law school, if you don't do academically well, but you graduate and you pass the bar, you're still a lawyer. It really doesn't matter whether you're number one in the class or you're last. Now, a few of the top will probably get some of these swanky jobs and they'll learn they'll hate it working for these huge firms that will grind them to death with the billable hours. But the fact is that just because you're not academically gifted as some of the others doesn't mean that you're stupid. And it doesn't mean you can't be successful in pursuing whatever you're going to pursue with your law degree, or whether it's in the legal profession or doing it for something else. But the key thing that you can't be stupid about, that you must not be stupid about, is you must not be stupid to knowing and identifying the legal matrix. The legal matrix is slick. It's like Satan. It can take on different forms. And it roams the earth seeking to devour like a roaring lion. It does. The legal matrix is powerful. It's smart. It's delusional. It's deceptive. And it will infect you and make you stupid if you do not know how to identify it, how to grapple with it, how to collide with it, and how to war with it. This is exceptionally critical to you rising as a king or queen in your kingdom of owning, operating, opening, leading your law firm, being the commander of the ship. And I don't care whether you're a man or woman. Stupidity has no discrimination. Young, old, male, female, skinny, fat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what race. It doesn't matter what country. Stupid is an equal opportunity thing. So this goes on in all nations, not just the United States. There are stupid people all over the world, and there are. They're just stupid. And if you, again, let stupid people train wreck your life, it will create a dumpster fire. And there are ways to deal with it. There are ways to deal with it. Now, we can't solve all the ways to deal with it on, just this podcast, on this conversation. We need to have more conversations. This is why you need to get involved and you need to hire us and you need to become a member of Legal Warrior. That's what you need to do. So this is all about escaping the legal matrix, escaping being stupid. Being stupid. I mean, I want you to think about it. Maybe you're in law school right now and you've got some classmates that are driving you crazy. How are they stupid? When you make the statement to one of your other buddies in law school, you're like, man, that dude's just stupid. This is a stupid ass. Okay? Why do you say that? How do you define that? Or maybe you say to yourself, God, man, I was really stupid the other night. Well, how do you define that? What did you do? Is stupid a verb or is it a noun? Is it an adverb? What is it? I think it can be all of it. You can be acting stupid. You can be a stupid person, or you can just be stupid, period. So, it can describe, it can be this adjective or it can be this noun or maybe a pronoun, whatever don't go on social media and list your pronouns as stupid. That'd be kind of funny. If you want to do it, go ahead. You'll probably gain a lot of attention and traction. Probably good marketing. Hey, I'm a lawyer and I'm stupid. You should hire me. We can create stupid results in no time at all. That'd probably be a good catchphrase. Might work too. People have a sense of humor. But getting back to this thing about the nation of stupid, the United States has become an actual nation of stupid. We have dumbed down our population. We have dumbed down the industries. We've dumbed down the legal profession. No, we say we haven't, but we have. Look at your world today. Is your legal system, your justice system, the judicial branch, is it full of intellects? Is it really better? I don't think so. I mean, when you read, like I've talked about in other episodes, American Bar Association stats, I mean, we're still having the same conversations each year about lawyers, about the suicide rates, the addictions, the sedations, the problems. And it appears we have not gotten any smarter. Because if we'd gotten smarter, we would have found a cure for the ills of the legal profession, i.e. the legal matrix. And I'll tell you what causes it. I'll tell you where the pandemic comes from. And it's not Wuhan either. It's the legal matrix. It comes from the law schools, the judicial system, the state bars, the bar association, everybody that thinks they have a corner on the market of how to improve things, and they don't. We're having these same conversations decades later about the same profession, the legal profession, the same conversations that people were talking about 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, the same conversations. That tells me that these so-called leaders in this profession, they're stupid and they're ignorant because they did not come up with a viable solution to make it better, to train people, to lead people on how to not be stupid. Think about that for a moment. Think about it. The human race is still stupid. We're still doing stupid things. You think we would have learned in the Garden of Eden, like, don't take the fruit of the tree of life. Don't bite in the apple. And what happened? Eve is like, oh, it's so pretty and red. Oh, I'm going to bite into the apple. And then Adam comes up. He's like, what are you doing? Like, oh, take a bite of this apple. And so he did. And then they realized, ruh-roh. And then the big voice came, where are you? And they tried to hide, didn't work. And then coming forward, well, the fall of man and stupidity entered the picture. Now, some people were able to fight off stupidity through human history. Some were not. There have been some really good decisions in this world and some really bad ones too. I mean, I think being stupid could be a sin. It could be. So many sins, who knows? I mean, you know. But if you want to get rid of sin, that's one sin you got to get rid of, being stupid. So I have this question for you, this better question. Where in your world, in the domains of body, being, balance, business, and fulfillment, and of course the domain to detox domains, are you being stupid? Where are you being stupid? What should you be doing that you're not? What are you not doing that you should be doing? What are you doing to alleviate the stupidity that you're creating in your life or in others' lives? What are you doing? You got to do the daily self-audit. I do it. I have to ask myself every day, where am I being stupid? What am I saying stupid? And let me tell you, it is a war. It's a battle because you're going to be tempted to say and do stupid things. Your emotions will attempt to take over. And then you got to look at the facts without the feelings. And when you do that and you look at the facts and you're like, wow, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I wrote that. I mean, I've done that in my life, folks. I've done it. I have been really incredibly stupid at some of the things I've done. And it's painful at times to think about it. You're like, I got to get over it. I got to move on. I got to let it go. But once in a while, it'll come up in my thought process. I'll be awake and I'll be like, oh man, I can't believe I did it when I was 16. Yeah, I was 16. It was a long time ago. And still, once in a blue moon, I'll think about it. And sometimes scars are good because scars remind you of what not to do, how not to be stupid. It's kind of like, the first time you touch a hot stove. Ooh, you won't touch it again. You burn yourself. Nope. You won't be that stupid because you'll remember the pain. So remembering some pain is a good thing, but living in the pain constantly, not a good thing. So again, the better question, where are you being stupid in your domains of body, being, balance, business, fulfillment, and of course, detox and domains? And again, when we talk about detox and domains, we're not talking about being alcoholic necessarily or drug addict and going to AA meetings and that sort of stuff. We're talking about getting rid of people and things, entities, agencies, relationships that are toxic to each one of your domains. It could be food, could be drink, could be your spouse, could be your kid, could be your brother, sister, mother, father, I don't know. Colleagues, judges, lawyers, the legal matrix, everything. So once you recognize what the things are that you're doing stupid, what are your course corrections? What are you going to do? What actions are you going to take? It's an everyday war. It's an everyday thing all the time. Okay, so we're going to wrap up here. It's been another great session. I really, really, really enjoyed this conversation. I loved it because it's something that we need to talk about. We need to get the world back on path to being smart again. We need to get this nation back on path, but mostly, we need to get ourselves back on track to being smart and getting rid of the toxin called stupidity that resides in all of us. Okay, this is Bryce D. Nyer coming at you from Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of Fort Bragg. It's been another session of Escape the Legal Matrix, and attorneys escape running away, fleeing from the bondage of the legal matrix, and mainly escaping from being stupid and entering into the nation of being smart. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you next session, next podcast. Until then, love and light, and we are out of here.